Whether you're a systematic trader or a discretionary trader, if you are trading live cattle futures or feeder cattle futures, you should be using Bollinger Bands. And why is that? Let's get into it. Hi everyone, it's Dave Whitcomb from Peak Trading Research in Geneva, Switzerland. My goal is to make you a more profitable trader with commodity market insights and real systematic trading strategies. And whether you are a systems trader using a set of predefined rules to establish positions, or you're a discretionary trader making active decisions on a day-to-day basis, you should consider using Bollinger Bands to trade the cattle markets. For our September 2022 strategy of the month, we're going to be going through a Bollinger Band strategy that's been performing exceptionally well in the feeder cattle market. So as always, we're going to start by jumping into the full code logic written in the EasyLanguage coding language to really get a sense for how this strategy works. This is the full code logic behind the Bollinger Band trading system that we'll be looking at, written in the EasyLanguage coding language. The first thing that you'll notice is how we define Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands, as a reminder, it's a technical indicator where there is an upper band that's defined by the price, a certain standard deviation above the average, in this case, feeder cattle price, and a lower band that's defined as that same standard deviations below the average feeder cattle price. We'll take a look at what that looks like on a chart in just a few minutes, but it's a pretty straightforward trading system. If the price of feeder cattle crosses up into the Bollinger Band channel from below, you want to buy feeder cattle futures. If the price crosses down into the Bollinger Band channel from above, you want to sell. There's also a simple set of filters in front of both of the entries. There's an exit after a certain number of bars, in this case 15 bars, a stop loss, a profit target, and then a simple trailing stop. But overall, this is a fairly easy strategy to describe. Again, if price crosses up into our Bollinger Band channel, we'll be buying feeder cattle futures, and if it crosses down into the channel, we'll be selling feeder cattle futures. One thing I really like about this strategy is that we can, of course, add it to a chart, and we can also add our Bollinger Bands to a chart to really see how this strategy trades. And just as we would expect, feeder cattle prices move up into the Bollinger Band, we're buying, and if they then move down into the same channel, we are selling. So whether you are a systems trader who is going to automate a trading system like this, or you're a discretionary trader who just wants to add Bollinger Bands to their feeder cattle chart, this system can work for you either way. And if we jump into some performance statistics for this strategy on feeder cattle 240-minute bars, you can see a decent equity curve. This isn't the best equity curve I've ever seen, but the strategy has made about $100,000 trading one contract of feeder cattle front month futures since 2010, $98.8 thousand with a profit factor of 1.3. So overall, there's a lot to like about this Bollinger Band trading strategy for the feeder cattle market. The strategy has performed well over most of the past decade. We saw that nice upward sloping equity curve. The system is very easy to explain, right? If we look at a chart, we can see how the system works. If price crosses down into a Bollinger Band, we sell. If price crosses up into that Bollinger Band, we buy with a set of exits. The system is actionable, so we can automate it in a trading platform like MultiCharts or TradeStation, or if we're a discretionary trader, we can simply add Bollinger Bands to our chart and take action that way. And finally, the system just keeps working. We first built this strategy back in June 2019, and the strategy has continued to work well in real time on new unseen data using the same inputs, the same filters that we put on 3 years ago. That real-time performance is the gold standard for determining if this is a system that could work well going forward. Now, if there's one thing I don't like about this trading system, it's that it's a bit of a weird bar size for the cattle market. The feeder cattle market is only open for 275 minutes each day. So taking a 240-minute bar, which is 4 hours, leaves you with then a much smaller 35-minute bar to trade off of and get signals off of. It's a bit weird. But overall, it's a good system. It's an easy to explain system, and it just keeps working in real time. It has a lot going for it. Of course, I will point out that this is one of our 10 Peak 10 systematic strategies available at peakalgo.com. This is our Bollinger X strategy on feeder cattle 240-minute bars. If you'd like access to the 9 other systematic trading strategies, all of which are performing well on new unseen data, like this Bollinger X strategy, you can subscribe at peakalgo.com. Good luck trading feeder cattle. Be sure to add those Bollinger Bands to your charts, and we'll see you soon.